Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you on a tour of this luxury garage home that I have built. And it's definitely not my usual style. When I was building it, I was kind of imagining this being like an older gas station garage building that somebody has bought and refurbished and made into a nice home. And on the bottom part there's actually two garage bays, and you'll see when we get into it, but I'm just going to kind of span the property. There's not a whole lot going on in the yard. I wanted to kind of keep it sleek and bare. It is a bachelor that lives here, and I don't imagine, in all of, he works full-time at the police station, and then in his spare time, of course, he is a car enthusiast, and so he's not going to be somebody that, does a lot of things in the yard as far as planting and things like that. And so, there are a couple of hedges there, shrubs, and then there's, a couple of buckets of the plants, but not a whole lot. And it's mainly, like I said, just very sleek and bare. And so that's definitely not my usual. I love to put flowers and trees and everything all around the property, but I did make this, like I said, for a bachelor sim, so I was trying to kind of keep that in mind. And so yeah, I went with the stone exterior and the flat black roof, and I went with the older railing and the older silver windows and doors and things on the home that we've had for a while. And so we will get down into the build. And like I said, there's two garage bays. And actually my Sim's in here. He's, I guess, figuring out what tool he needs for working on the cars. But this is, he also is a derby driver in his spare time too. And so this is his car that he is currently working on. And so this would be more of the bay when he's, actively working, actively doing things. And so there's all his tools and things. There is a sink over here he can wash up, clean up. He keeps his shop immaculate, so of course there's a vacuum. And then I've put the hot water heater for the home, and then the trash receptacle down here. And on this side of the garage, there's two of those big arch doorways, and so I've put those there. And this would be where he keeps the car he drives, and his prized cars. And so he keeps them over here. And so that's basically what that bay would be. And so as we come into the home, you come into the house part of this build actually through this doorway. And like I said, there's two tall hedges on either side of the door. There's just, the little, I guess those are wooden barrels, supposedly, and they've got just a few, looks like marigolds to me, but I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. But they're in the black containers. And then so as we come into the home, there you come into where the stairwell is, and over here I've just put two of the angle chairs and a table and lamp. And I put those windows there because, again, like I said, he's very proud of his cars. He loves his cars. He wants to see them. He wants, when guests come in, for them to be able to look out through that window and see, his prized possessions. And so put those windows there. There is a telephone down here and a plant, and then, just the stairwell. I wanted to keep it very, just very clean and neat. And there is a security alarm there on the wall as well. So as we come up the stairs, now we come into more of like where he's got, decorates more of the living space. And so you come up here to this table. This is where he would drop off his keys or, things like that. It's just a nice little credenza area to store some stuff. And, it's got some decorations and lamps. I did use the green and brown barn door. And I went with that because when I was picking out the walls in this house, I wanted to use this particular brick, and I just thought the browns and the greens, I don't know if you can see that, but there is definitely green in that brick, and so that's kind of how I got my inspiration to put the colors I did in this home. And so over here, I've just put one of those coffee, artwork pieces that we got, and then over here, he just has the little, space for his computer and things, and a lamp, and then this wall is, lined with the windows. And like I said, this would have been, probably an, when it was first built, it was built as a garage or, gas station. So he's refurbished it. So when you come through those barn doors, you come into the kitchen, and because like I was saying about the green and the barn doors, they just match these particular kitchen cabinets so well, and so that's why I picked these. I did use one of those larger refrigerators that we recently got, and I've just kind of placed the items kind of how I think a typical kitchen should flow. So you've got the sink there, right across from the stove, and then you have your oven to the left and the fridge to the right. So everything's easily accessible. And so that's a little look at that. And I did put some little, they're the rustic bar stools, but they almost look, kind of, I don't know, almost industrial to me too, and with the wood and the black and everything, I thought that matched well. And then in there, I've used the green pantry cabinets just because they match the kitchen cabinet so well, and I just thought that looked really pretty tucked away in there, and against that white doorway, it just really popped. And so over on this side of the room, split by this, again, I just left like the industrial staircase because it matches that railing that I've used outside, and so I wanted to keep that, all throughout the house. And so I did use that stairwell. There's the grandfather clock. On this side of the stairwell would be your dining area, and I've put one of those bigger pieces of artwork that we've got, I think from the lake house maybe. This is the dining area. It's a very nice dining room, plenty of room to have, guests seated comfortably. There's a little pop of color there with that artwork over the buffet there, and I thought that was really pretty against that brick. There's a plant, some wine, and a lamp there on the buffet, and then of course there's, the big windows to look out. And so as we come back around here into the hallway, of course, there is the washer and dryer tucked away. And if you come through this door, you come into the master bedroom. And I've just put just some bits and bobs there on the dresser, a plant, guitar. I've put some artwork, there on the wall. And then I've used this olive bedding, again, because of the green in that brick. And then there's just nightstands. And there are double doors that lead out to this small balcony. And because he is a car enthusiast, I just thought this table and these particular stools just looked really, I don't know, auto shop type stuff with the chrome and everything. That's just what it reminded me of. And so I just thought, just a small table and a couple of stools, and he can come out here and drink some coffee or, just, whatever. And so through this door here is the walk-in closet. And when you come back out this door and straight across here, you come into, this is the only bathroom in the house. It's not an ensuite from the master, but it's basically right across. He does live alone. He's up here by himself, so he has plenty of privacy. But there's just the sink, a towel rack. Of course, I've got, the toilet and toilet paper roll holder and things. And then on this side is the shower, and I went with one of those sleek, I think that's the chalet shower or the villa. I get them confused. And then there's the tub there. So really nice, clean, chic bathroom area. I love that gray tile. It's one of my favorites for, more upscale restrooms. And so that is all the rooms there. So if we come up these stairs, you come into the living room area, and there is a little bit of lofted space. So when you come up, you can actually see into the dining, area. I left that all open. And tucked over here, on this side of the stairwell, is just one of those gray island villa dressers, and I've just used it, as a, little storage space, and then there's just some decoration there on top. There is a small fluted fireplace, and I went with that basically just for the industrial look. It matched the windows and the doors, and I didn't want anything too massive in here, and so that would serve the purpose of heating this room, I think, adequately. And so in here, I went with those really rich leather sofas. Those are one of my favorite sofas, if not my favorite sofa in the whole game. And I used this same rug I've used up here in the dining area and in the bedroom. I just went with the same, I think it's the forest green, but I thought it matched, perfectly in here. And with those pillows, it matches this particular armchair, so I've used that. And then there's just a lamp there, so if he's sitting reading his auto magazines and things, he's got plenty of light. There's a nice sized TV there, and then there's also a bookshelf over there in the corner. And then I did put like a little end table there with some decoration. Of course, there's windows all throughout there, and I just left that as part of like roof. Well, if I can do the buttons right. There's no access point out here. This is, strictly just, supposed to be roof. But there is an exit way out this side. And when you come out here, there is a nice grill area. And again, I've used those industrial looking stools with the, I think this is the black concrete table, and then the grill cabinets and things. And then I've just put, radio and just some, decor there on top with a plant there in the corner. And on this side, I've put the round outdoor table. This was from a Sims Chase, if I'm not mistaken. And then I've put 2 more barrels of flowers, on either corner there. And so from up here, they have a really nice view to the driveway area. And so that is the home. It's, very small. It's not very big. The majority of the home is, on the bottom floors, the 2 garage bays. And then, you've got the 1 bedroom, 1 bath. So it's definitely, for a single sim or maybe a married couple or something. But you could do so much with it too. And you could actually make it into like a current, like, if your sim is a mechanic or something. There's all kind of things you could, do and play around with it. But anyway, this is the furniture placement mode, and This is on this where the living room area is. This is technically like the third floor, and then it's got that little, mezzanine into the dining area. And I'll just show you, it's one big room. It starts from the very back grid, square, and it looks like I started 6 squares from the sidewalk there. And so we'll go to the second floor. Let me back up here. So there's that deck off the master bedroom, and there is the dining and kitchen. And I really love the way this turned out. And like I said, it's definitely not my normal build, but sometimes it's fun, branching out of the normal. Of course, you can see that I did put a lot of, my favorite items in here, even though I made it a different style home. But that's the beauty of Sims FreePlay and, building our own builds is we can make, we can make it our own, and we want to, make it the way that we like it, so that we'll want to come and visit these homes, and when I built this one, I built it with the mindset that I would have it for a while. So we'll go down to the first floor, and you can see I kept it very clean. It's pretty much all, I say driveway, but patio, I guess is what it in the game is actually what it's called. But it's pretty much all concrete there in the front, which is definitely, like I said, typically not my style, but it worked for this house. And there is placement. Let me see if you can kind of see on this side. Making sure I get everything. And then we'll go to grid. And just to give it some dimension is the reason I started that second garage bay, just, 1 square deeper. I didn't want the back to be just completely flat. And then it's 1 square longer than the one on the left. And then, you've got your 3 squares difference there in the front with the stairwell. And then I just put those hedges. You can see that I've stuck them in there. I just did that so if anybody visited my town or whatever, their sim wouldn't get trapped in the columns, because that's happened to me before visiting people's towns. So that is the home. Like I said, it was a lot of fun doing this, and it kind of inspired me. Actually, I've kind of got an inspiration now from this build on something else that I want to work on. So anyway, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing, and I'll have more Sims FreePlay videos coming up for you guys. Thanks, guys.